Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, your honor and opposing counsel, today I will prove to you that an act of teenage rebellion led to a horrific accident that will forever change the course of several people's lives. Along with my co-counsel Shiva Darshan, we will walk you through the unfortunate night of September 27, 2013. The night roommates Pat Reynolds and Avery Harris left their hotel room during the Metropolitan Youth Leadership Conference hosted by the Metropolitan Hotel. Leaving their room led to a rash decision in which Pat fell off a wall while taking a selfie. Today, as you hear the testimonies and interpret the case, I ask you to please pay critical attention to time. Time is the factor that will begin to unravel and expose the cracks in the plaintiff's foundation. You will clearly see that there are almost 3 hours unaccounted for by Avery Harris's story. In addition, please remember this case requires a preponderance of the evidence. As you interpret the case, imagine a scale. If the plaintiff fails to tip the scale even fractionally in their favor, you, as a jury member, have the duty to find my client not negligent. I'll now walk you through a timeline of September 27th into September 28th. At 11 o'clock on September 27th, Dalton Fisher, the chaperone in charge of the students on the trip, performed her first room check. She made sure all 20 of her students were accounted for in their rooms and told them she would use a popular tape trick to ensure they stayed where they were supposed to be. She also reminded them they were forbidden from leaving their room. At 12, the tape remained on the corner of every door. However, Pat and Avery's room had been opened and resealed from the outside. At 2:45 in the morning, Casey Damon, the manager of the Grand Metropolitan Hotel, was first informed of the incident. She has run this event for the last 7 years and is responsible for all major decisions. She will tell you that the second police officers entered her lobby, she would be contacted immediately, especially if they had a student from the trip with them. You will hear at 3 a.m., Jamison Manning, the superintendent of Smithville High School, was first informed of the incident. He directly called Peyton Reynolds, mother of Pat Reynolds, and she will tell you she received the call from Mr. Manning just after she got a call from Avery Harris. Therefore, neither call could have occurred much before 3 a.m. Today, the plaintiff will attempt to convince you that Pat and Avery were children, not practically adults. You will hear that they were in a medical emergency, and that is why they left their rooms. However, Pat and Avery snuck through a lobby full of security guards without alerting a single soul. Today, Ms. Bailey Thompson will tell you that Dr. Manning followed an incorrect procedure, and that is why, and therefore is at fault. Please keep in mind that Ms. Thompson applied for the position Dr. Manning has today. In addition, Mr. Thompson has never been superintendent of a high school. The moment of the fall alone tells us a lot. It happened 3 blocks from the hotel, despite the fact that there are closer fast food places. It is up to you, the jury, to determine what is more likely. They took 3 hours to walk 3 blocks, or they were on their way back from something else. Please keep in mind that Pat fell while taking a selfie. Does this seem like the mindset of a child on the way back from a party, or a student in the middle of a medical emergency? At the end, you will find that Pat and Avery were doing something they knew they weren't supposed to be doing, despite the fact that Dr. Manning and Ms. Fisher did everything in their power to stop them.
You have 1 second left.